There you go.
Okay, welcome everyone to this UK and Ireland webinar presentation, and I hope you enjoy it. This is going to give you just a little bit of a snippet to hopefully plant a seed about what OnPassive is. Okay, and if there's any questions, like Peter said, please get back to the person who invited you here. So let's get going then. What are you going to learn about in this webinar? Okay, we're going to learn what OnPassive is, the person who is in charge, what OnPassive products are, why we actually need these products, and the opportunity that's currently available online at the moment, and why we are so different to what you normally see out there, and what the benefits are of this thing called the founder's position. So let's have a look. What exactly is OnPassive? Well, for a start, it's a very real company. We are a bricks and mortar asset company. We have now got 3 physical offices around the world. We've got 1 in Florida and 2 in India, 1 in Bangalore, and our brand new place that we've got now in Hyderabad, high-tech city. We are an internet business. This means we are an internet technology company that is backed by artificial intelligence. We are now a total business online solution, and we also have within that ecosystem an online marketing business solution. But we are actually a lot more than just those small things there. We're completely legal now in over 212 countries. We were originally registered as a limited company in Orlando, Florida back in 2018. And we're in the throes of being PLCs in over 5 other countries around the world. Now here we've got a few pictures then of the new offices that we've got in Hyderabad, high-tech city. That big one on the bottom right-hand side is 5 stories of loveliness that host all of our support staff, our techs, our divs, and everything that we need to operate a business online. At the moment in this office block here, we've got around about 500 staff that are there working in the background to get OnPassive ready to launch to the world, which is coming very, very shortly. Obviously, in the other offices in Bangalore and Orlando, Florida, we've got other staff as well, but mainly administrative. This is where the main hub of everything that happens within OnPassive goes to. As you can see, it's been completely refurbished. It's a very nice decor inside, and at the bottom left-hand side there is a quick map of what high-tech city looks like. The reason we decided to go to India and high-tech city is because this is the equivalent to the Silicon Valley in the States. Within India, this is where all of the brains are as far as artificial intelligence, communications and techs are going to be. And it made sense for us to base ourselves there so that we could actually get the best of the best people to come and work for us, because that's where they're going to be. We learned a long time ago that some of the best minds within the internet world as far as programmers are concerned are Indians, so it made sense to base ourselves there to get the best of the best. So who is exactly the person behind this company that is called OnPassive? He's our CEO, and his name is Ash Mufara. He's a family man with wife and kids, and he's got over 20 years of experience in his own right online. He's been very, very successful. But during his period of time being online, even though he was very successful, there was a few things that were missing. And this is really the whole reason why OnPassive was designed and developed for the likes of you and for me. Even though he is very, very good himself at building teams and marketing, the one thing that he couldn't do, even though he could get these people with him, is to replicate what he did online. And he wanted a fair platform for everyone, because normally it's only that 3% that make it online. He wanted to give every single person, the rest of the 97, 98%, a fair shot at being able to make money online. He had a fantastic vision and idea, so he went off looking for a company that could facilitate this. He couldn't find one, so he said, do you know something? I'm going to build it myself. So he went back to college. He learned. He got a master's in information technology and e-commerce, and he also attended Harvard to learn specifically about online business creation, so he could start building this thing that we call OnPassive. Now, back in the day in 2018, it was originally only going to be a marketing business solution, and it's turned into a completely different thing now, which we are going to talk about today. So before we get into the products, there's a couple of things that I'm going to bring to your attention. Now, the number one thing that people ask me is, Red, can I make money with OnPassive? Because at the end of the day, that's normally the number one reason why people are looking at an opportunity online is, can I make money with this company? And the answer to that is, yes, you can. And not only can you make money with this company, whatever that amount is possible with OnPassive. Now, the second thing that people ask me is, if I can make money, but I bring somebody with me, can they make money as well? And the answer to that is, yes, you can. And not only can that person make the same money as you, they can actually make more money than you with OnPassive, which is a fantastic system, okay, that is unheard of at the moment on the internet space. So what is OnPassive going to do for you? There is no qualifications. It doesn't matter if you know anything about online marketing. It doesn't know if you know anything about any of the products that we've got. It doesn't matter if you know anything to do with the internet. You are going to win with OnPassive. And that is because we are paying OnPassive, the company, to do it all for us. So it is 100% done for you, automated system. I know it sounds very, very strange because we don't hear these words before. Normally, when we look at businesses online, you have to do all of that legwork yourself. But with OnPassive, we are paying them to do it for you. And I'll get into that sort of structure later on. But what OnPassive is going to do for us, they are going to recruit for us. So there is no recruiting required. Not only are they going to recruit for us, they're going to convert those leads. They're going to guarantee traffic. Now, traffic is the number one thing online that makes you successful or not. Okay. Now, with OnPassive, not only are they going to guarantee traffic, they're also going to guarantee what we call targeted traffic. And I'll explain exactly what targeted traffic is later on in this presentation. If you haven't got eyes on your company or your business, then you will not succeed, whether that is online or offline. Everybody needs eyes in front of your business, and that is traffic. It is self-funding. With OnPassive, you pay once to be a founder, and then you only ever pay one time out of pocket. After that, the remainder of the subscriptions that you will pay come out of the commissions from the people who come into your team. So it is self-funding. Again, never heard of before. It is all done for you with every imaginable tool for success in an easy, accessible one place under one roof. Every single product and service that we have with OnPassive is easily accessible in that one place, and we have no copycat or recycled tech, because all those people in Hyderabad, they are building these products and services just for us. Yes, you will see in a minute what products and services that we are going to offer, and this is why we are going to be so successful online, is because people are already using similar services and paying an awful lot of money to use them. With OnPassive, everything that we have is being used now. So there is a demand for it. And that demand at the moment is around about 4 billion people using any one of the products that we have in our arsenal under this roof of OnPassive. Plus, it is going to be the lowest price that you will find anywhere on the internet. So let's have a look at the products then. It's normally the second question that I get asked is, what are the products of OnPassive. Now, here is just a few of them. We are going to have in excess of 50 different products and services and suites within OnPassive. Some of these products come into a suite of products. Some are going to be individual standalone products. So if you cast your eye down here, if you have anything to do with online marketing, you have your own business, online or offline, you'll recognize some of these things here that you use already. Now, some of these things are free, some you pay for, but I'll tell you this now, these companies who have these products wouldn't be in business if they weren't making money. What OnPassive is going to do is they're going to bring all of this here and put it under one roof in one place for one price. Okay, it's completely unheard of. Now, there is some big stuff here that people use at the moment, and these products and services at the moment are getting more and more used. What's happened across the globe at the moment has forced people online, and they are using these now more than they ever have done. The time now is completely right to launch OnPassive because the public want to use these products. We have never been in a better situation to have OnPassive launch at the moment. The time is now, and I am so looking forward to it. Now let's have a look at just two of the products that OnPassive are going to have. We'll start with the one on the right-hand side here. On this screen here, it says Connect Me. It's actually going to be called Connect. And this is the video conferencing tool that we will have. Now, at the moment, we're using Zoom, okay? Now, just to let you know that Zoom last year did $193 billion. Now, there's probably people here saying, I use Zoom and it's free. Doesn't cost me a penny. So where do you think that $193 billion came from? Well, I can give you an example. We're using Zoom now and we're using the company's Zoom. They have got a cap on this Zoom that they're using now of 10,000 people. They pay $6,500 a month to have that host that many people. It's free for you because you're only having 50 people on there or less, and you're only on there for 40 minutes. Anything outside that, you pay for. What we are going to give is Connect to the world for one very low price, and that is unlimited people. So we are paying $6.5 grand at the moment to use this. If I gave that to a company for $1,000, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to use us for the same thing. And not only are they going to use us for the same thing, but we will actually pay them to use it as well. The tech that we have behind it is all backed by artificial intelligence. It is going to be easier to use. At the moment, I have got friends of mine who use them, which is teachers, and it's the educational part on the left-hand side. The biggest problem they have is to actually teach the kids how to use Zoom, let alone teaching them anything. They've got to teach them how to use Zoom first. With our technology, it's all going to be plug and play, drag and drop. It is easy to use, and that means that for anybody out there, it makes their job and life easier. So they're going to use this. Now, I'm not advocating by any means we're going to take all of their business, but we will take market share. And at the end of the day, we just want a bit of market share from all of these people to make us a multi-billion-dollar company. With our products, you can drag in over the main screen. For instance, you're looking at a screen now. If you want to drag in a whiteboard, do some chalking up, you can do that over the top without losing the main screen. You can drag in videos. You can drag in a chat box. All of these things are on the menu on the left-hand side, dragging in, dragging out. It is easy to use. The first product that we will be launching is our education service called Academy. Now, this is going to be, again, revolutionary for people to use. Everybody at the moment is doing online education. They're going to be falling over themselves to be able to use our service, and it is coming to you very, very soon. So let's have a look at some of the companies that we are looking at taking market share from, like I said. Now, there is some big names out there. We have the Google, we've got Zoom, we've got Gmail, we've got GoDaddy, we have got all sorts of people. Next screen, please, Pete. And we have got a lot of people here that you will notice online. Now, if you have anything to do online, okay, you know these people and their products and services. But I can tell you this now, when was the last time Gmail paid you to use their service? When was the last time Google paid you for searching for something online? When was the last time Zoom paid you to use their service? They don't. With OnPassive, we will pay you to use our products. I know it sounds crazy, but that is the reality. Once you are a founder in OnPassive and you've paid that first monthly subscription, we will be paying you to use the products. Now, remember I talked to you earlier on about traffic, and the thing I said about traffic is we are going to give you targeted traffic. Now, let me tell you how targeted traffic works. If you are a business, okay, at the moment, you will be able to market your business online with OnPassive, as long as it's approved and it is completely legal and above board. You can market it through OnPassive. Now, targeted traffic works in a very specific way. It means that we are going to target people who are actively looking for what you have. So whether you are going to use OnPassive like I am as the business, or you've got your own standalone business that you want to market through OnPassive, you can do that. Now, if it's your own business, you can decide where you want that traffic to go. For instance, if you're in the States and you live in one area, you can target traffic to that one area for your business. If you've got a global business like I'm going to be using with OnPassive, you can go across the globe with targeted traffic, and it works like this. Give you an example. When you go shopping on Amazon and you're looking for, we'll say, a toy car, okay? You plug in the search engine for toy car, you then go onto any social media platform, and then instantly down that one side, you'll see adverts for a toy store or a toy car or anything like that. Not only is there these adverts for that car, they're also in your own area. Now, that is done by artificial intelligence because they know what you have been looking at. And sometimes you even get adverts without even typing anything in, and they seem to know what you're talking about. OnPassive is going to do exactly the same. Anybody who puts anything into a search engine, whether it's looking for your business, which is being hosted on the OnPassive platform, or any other products and services of OnPassive, we are going to target that person with these products and services. And what are they going to do? They are going to have a look. And when they have a look, they instantly get a 7-day free trial to use the products and services of OnPassive. Okay, and one of the revolutionary things we are going to do is we're going to use video marketing. Not only is it going to be targeted traffic, but we're going to have bespoke high quality videos with intelligent video formats to put in front of these people. They're going to love what they see. It's going to be easy to be able to user-friendly interface and to share with your friends. All done by targeted traffic using artificial intelligence. It's revolutionary. Nobody is doing it at the moment. Okay, so let's just recap how far we've got with OnPassive and what it's going to do for us. It is a fun solution for any cause, which means you can use it for anything you want. There is no qualifications, okay, to use OnPassive. You can be anybody. You can be a businessman, you can be a housewife, you can be self-employed, you can be a cleaner, you can be a doctor, you can be anything, and you can use OnPassive. There is no qualifications. If there is any money in your wallet, okay, you can draw it out daily. You do not have to wait. If it's there, you can take it out. All the top marketing is going to be done for you in one place, okay, under one roof. We're going to guarantee visitors and signups to your business using the automated targeted traffic that that we are paying OnPassive to do. And all this is done with the breakthrough products for the augmentation of your financial freedom and lots more. Two more slides, please. You just missed one, Pete. And the next one. Okay, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, just say yes and then learn how to do it later. We have put this here now because the window of opportunity to become a founder is going to close when we launch to the world. And we would love to have you on this journey. Okay, now is the time to seize the moment. You do not have to know everything about OnPassive to join. You can trust the person who has brought you here. You can trust what we are saying now, and you can do, obviously, which we recommend, your own research and due diligence. But for the price of $97, which is 100% refundable, okay, now is the time to get in before that window of opportunity goes. So we are going to give you a unique business model, okay? We are going to provide a platform to those who have their own business so that they can become more successful by increasing their abundance online using our targeted traffic. If you don't have your own business, the likes of myself and Peter and many other people here, we are going to provide an easy, accessible, plug and play system that will guarantee your success, because the company are going to drive traffic to our links that they have within our business. And again, they are going to seek to obtain their abundance with it. And all of this is done using artificial intelligence. It is the buzzword out there at the moment. Companies are clambering over themselves to get artificial intelligence integrated into their business. With OnPassive, because we are building our own products and services, every single products and services have artificial intelligence within their core. They all work off each other. They know what the other one is doing. So it's very easy for us to integrate all our products together so that they work seamlessly. And all this is done by artificial intelligence. So let's compare the old business model to how we are going to be doing things online. Now, the old business model is not necessarily only for people online. It works offline as well. And you probably recognize a lot of these scenarios. Most things online and offline are based on competition and conflict. You know where it is, where you've got targets you have to hit to get your bonus. You have salesman of the week and all the rest of it. All of this is done on conflict. 97% end up becoming a scam. You've been there. Everything turns into a money pit. You've been promised a guaranteed return, but then you have to put more money in. You have to put more money in because you then got a required selling and all recruiting, and tools have to be obtained separately. And all the time of this, you're putting money in without any guarantees. And they normally pit marketers against each other. And the worst of it all is, all of this is based on your own efforts for your compensation plan. With OnPassive, we are completely different. Everything's based on mutual benefit. The more I help you, the more you succeed, the more I succeed, and we all succeed together. It is a real business that has real products. It has bricks and mortars. And not only that, it has real people in them. If you want to use support, there is a real person behind that ticket that you send in or email, or when we go live, you'll be able to phone them. And not only will you be able to phone them in your own country, but in your own language as well. It is self-funding. You pay once for your founder's fee and then once for your first month. After that, it is self-funding. And we will pay you to use these products and services. All the marketers do not have to sell because we're paying OnPassive to do it. Marketers don't have to recruit because we're paying OnPassive to do it for us. Every tool that you need for your success is included in that one price. And it is all in one place under one roof. And the best of it all is that your founder's fee comes with 100% money back lifetime guarantee. Anytime you are not happy and you want out, you send a ticket into support saying, I want a refund, and we will refund you that money. As simple as that. And if you do not believe me, you can also pay by Visa or MasterCard, and you're backed by their guarantee as well. Marketers only compete against themselves. Whatever that level is that you want, it's up to you. Nobody forces you to do anything. You can come into this business and be completely passive. You do not have to do anything at all, because the company will do it for you. If you're not a marketer, do not worry. The company will do it for you. If you are a marketer, there is some tangible reasons to grow a team, but you don't have to. It is up to you. Like I said, we do not force anybody to do anything in OnPassive. And the best of it all is, it all comes with a revolutionary breakthrough compensation plan as well that is proprietary, and you will find out about this when you become a founder. So Ashma Farad said, everybody in the near future will have something to use within OnPassive. Whether they come for the money or one of the tools or the benefits, or actually just to connect for the communications reasons, they will have a reason to come to us in OnPassive. We have everything in one place, so everybody will have a reason to use us. We all have residual bills, so why not make a residual income to pay for those residual bills? It just makes sense to me. So let's recap. This system is effortlessly going to build your team and grow your business. We are going to provide for you ultimate rotators, fresh websites, and destination pages for people to view, automatically sending traffic to these sites, seamlessly reviewing, converting, and joining these people completely hands-free, 100% automated, and all this is done by the use of artificial intelligence. A fund solution for any cause, whatever you want to use that money, is there. If it's in your account, you can use it for whatever you want. All the top marketing and automation is going to be done for you, guaranteeing visitors and signups, using breakthrough products for the automation of your financial freedom. Now, I want to touch on the growth of OnPassive since we first started to where we are now. Today's been a very, very special day for OnPassive. It's been a massive milestone. But let's just walk you through how we first started. So we first started back in July of 2018. And let's just go forward then from the July of 18 to the January of 19. And we had then about 10,000 founders. So in that 6-month period, we picked up about 10,000. So let's leapfrog forward one whole year to the January of 2020. Okay, and we've gone from 10,000 to where have we gone to? 56,000. Okay, a jump of 46,000 founders in that 1 year. So completely doubled that 6 months into that 1 year. Now let's go forward 6 months from the January through to the June. We've gone to 90,000. Again, we've doubled what we did in a year in 6 months. Let's just go forward 3 months, okay, to the back end of August, to the mid-August, and we've gone up to 150,000. That's, again, we've doubled in 3 months what we did in 6 months. Things started getting interesting in September, October, November, and December. We hit September at 215,000, all the way through to 240,000. Then we moved on to into December at 252, all the way up to 340,000 by December. Then we got into January, and we've got where we are today. Okay, I can tell you today we hit 500,000 founders. That is 500,000 founders. Okay, absolutely amazing. We are running at over 3,000 founders a day. Now, just think about this. Why do you think so many founders are joining at the moment? The simple reason is because they can see how big this company is going to be, what it's going to do to the internet space, and they want a slice of it whilst they can. And for the sake of $97, which is totally refundable at any time, it is an absolute no-brainer to get involved now whilst you can, because that position is going to be going as soon as we launch. Now, this unicorn that you see here on the bottom right-hand side is a symbol of a thing called a unicorn company. And a unicorn company is a company that has a gross turnover of $1 billion. There is plenty of companies out there that are unicorn companies at the moment. They are the likes of Apple and Microsoft and Facebook and the Googles. They are all unicorn companies at the moment, but nobody's ever done it on launch. We are due to be a unicorn company the day that we are launched, because we have 500,000 founders now who are also going to be customers paying that first month subscription when we launch. We are going to completely blow the internet up with what OnPassive is going to be. So let's have a look what you're going to get as a founder. Okay, you're going to get early access to the Go Founders website. Okay, within that website, you are going to have bespoke links, okay, to be able to share the business opportunity if you want to. You do not have to. You've got trim URLs, you've got autoresponders, you've got a community, we can chat. There is loads and loads of recordings of webinars and information that's all there for you as a founder. You're also going to have early access to use the products. And I can tell you now, as a founder, within the next week or so, we are going to have our first product that we can try and break. We're going to use it before it goes live to the world. We're going to get priority positioning within the company payment system, which is completely separate to your own payment system as well. You're going to be a member of the inner circle, which means that you'll be able to beta test and brainstorm and give feedback to these products that we are going to try out before the rest of the world, and a lot more. So let's recap what we're going to have then. This company is going to be done completely automated. We're going to automatically advertise for you, market, get leads and signups, recruit and build your team 100% automated without you having to do a thing. Everything is done for you, whether it is OnPassive or your own business, and it is all automated. You do not have to do everything. So this founder's position, like I said, comes with a 100% risk-free guarantee. Anytime that you want a refund, you can have it. So now is the time to get back to that person who has introduced you to this opportunity. Okay, they can ask you more questions, or we can do it here. But this is just a very, very small snippet of what OnPassive has to offer you now. You are not going to learn it all here in this presentation. I highly recommend that you do get back to that person who's invited you here, have a better look at it, but please bear in mind that this window of opportunity to become a founder in OnPassive is going to close very shortly. Anyway, Pete, that's it for me. Over to you, mate. Thanks very much.
Okay, well done, Red. That was a good presentation again. Sorry with the slides. I'm trying to let people in, and every time I touched the button, the slide kept on jumping. I'm going to ask a couple of the leaders to come in and share their story and how they got involved. And I'm going to ask Neil Parkinson first. And if you'd like to unmute yourself, Neil, and share your story, please.
Okay, thanks very much, Peter. Yeah, thanks, Red. Another great presentation there. Yeah, no, my backstory basically is quite varied. I mean, the first sort of 20 years of my working life was completely different. It was construction and engineering in the mining industry, and that sort of took me up to the mid 90s, where well, obviously in this country where people are quite aware of what happened to the mining industry, I had to sort of look and diversify and open my mind up to looking at different things from a fairly early age. The last 20 years has been very much in this type of space when it comes to marketing. Obviously, even that's changed. I can split that 20 years into two. First of all, the first half of that was very much belly to belly, as they say, local and regional. Obviously, in the last 10 years, it's become more online, which hello?
Okay,
Yeah, we can
still there,
see you, Neil. Carry on.
Sorry, carry on.
I'll carry on. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, no, in the last 10 years, sort of more of an internet presence, which leads us up to the back end of 2018, when we first looked at OnPassive. Nothing like the level of information we've got here. I mean, I think there was probably between 5,000 and 6,000 founders there, which puts into perspective the milestone that we've reached today. As Red said, it's phenomenal. So really, we were just sort of made a decision on the back of an idea and a dream that Ash had. Obviously, it wasn't going to be anything like the ecosystem we see now. It was going to be an email marketing system, and a very good one at that. So we weighed up a few things, risk versus reward. We even looked at, what happens if we didn't decide to share it. Could we make money eventually? And the answer to that was yes. If we did decide to share it, what impact would this business have on the people that decide to come in on the back of us sharing it? And obviously in other businesses, the results and success, a lot of it depends on personal experience and the skill set of that individual. And the interesting thing here with the system that's involved, it's a massive leveling of the playing field. And I often use the example of, if you look at a student, 18-year-old student who's looking for a job, very well qualified, OnPassive can do a job for him. Someone in sort of middle-aged, late 40s, early 50s, who maybe has been made redundant, and there are many at the moment with what's going on in the world. Maybe they're getting all stressed out, wondering, are they employable still? Who's going to take them on? It's a massive worry. And OnPassive can feature massively in that person's future. Even someone that's ended the working life, they're retired, and maybe looking for something to occupy the mind, OnPassive is right for them. It doesn't prejudice against anyone. And I think going forward, I think anyone looking at this business for the first time, I think there's never a wrong time. If you think you've missed the boat, the number of founders has doubled in the last 3 or 4 months. And there will be people that join right up until before the launch day, and they're going to be thrown straight into the mix. It's going to be exciting times for them. So this is going to work for a lot of people, and I think you've just got to make the decision as to whether you want it to work for you. So with that, I'll hand it back to you, Peter. Thank you.
Thank you, Neil. That was great. Thank you for sharing that. I'm going to hand back to Red, because I think he's got a few questions and answers there. Red? Unmute yourself, Red.
Yeah, sorry. Just one thing. Victor said he can't talk tonight because he's doing something else. So just to let you know, there was only one question. Someone said, I heard last night that the risk-free guarantee is not unlimited. It's only for a month. I have not been told it is only for a month at all. As far as I know, it is lifetime. Anytime now or in the future you can do. If that is changed, then I'm really sorry, I don't know about it. And until I find out about it, we will continue saying it is lifetime, but I cannot see any reason why it is going to change. That's it. I haven't got any other questions that have come up, Pete. Back over to you.
Thanks, Red. Okay, I think Marty had his hand up there. If you'd like to unmute yourself, Marty, and this is Marty DeGarmo. He's a big leader over the other side of the pond, as we say. and building a big team over there.
He does mean physically big, I'm sure. Hey, yeah, Red, you know what it is? I think the NDA says 30 days, but it doesn't
Right,
matter. Ash will pay you back forever. Now, if you start making bonuses and all that, you know, whatever, he'll give you the 97, but you're not going to get whatever. But anybody that give their money back for making money, it's got to be a complete moron, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, you got to be crazy. I'll say a little bit about my story. I'll try to go quick, Peter, because I know how strict you are on this stuff.
Come on, Marina.
Yeah. Anyway, I've been working even offline, the MLM, same as Neil, everybody here, right? We're all old enough to remember I did Amway. I mean, I tell you what, though, no matter how it worked or didn't work or what problems I had, I knew that the concept would work because it just made sense to me. If you had the right company and, you know, I mean, now what I found out later was it's not an even playing field. So it's actually designed for 2 or 3% to make it and everybody else just follow like a bunch of sheep. And I was a very good sheep, okay? It wasn't planned, but in the beginning, you do it. You just wind up doing it because you think, I can't afford to do it and I can't afford to stop. I really want to do it. No, it's a nightmare. But I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, I did learn some stuff on marketing and I wanted to learn marketing on Facebook, not because I'm a big fan of Facebook. In fact, I hate Facebook. But there's a billion people there, let's say, and they're lying about a billion. It's about a billion because most people have 2 accounts or 3 accounts. I've got 7. But I did learn, and it wasn't easy. It's nothing like I thought. It's not black and white. It's not black and white right now. It depends. You could make an ad and it's being evaluated by somebody in the Philippines, and then you do it another time. It's being evaluated by support system in Spain. I mean, this just goes on and on and on and on. And they got little pads of paper or whatever they had saying, okay, that word's no good. That ad's no good. Simple as that. They don't even tell you why. Just no good. Well, let me run through that. Anyway, so you wind up making an ad that is not very appealing. Not what you really want to do, because you got to make it safe for Facebook, but good enough for an average person to click on it. So that's the part that's a pain in the butt. But anyway, so I got to the point where I could play, and once in a while I'd win this chess game with Facebook, and teamed up with Mike Ellis and Dan Street. We start driving traffic, and we could do it a little bit. That went on, and we'd get in business to drive traffic and say, man, we're getting the traffic, but either the business itself doesn't convert, or they lie, or they take off. I mean, how many of you have been in there? So you get going, the momentum gets going, and all of a sudden the company disappears. Oh, we got to go down. We got maintenance problem. Maintenance problem is usually a key word for good night. Lights out. Good luck.
Yeah.
Well, but when you build a system like I'm talking about, you actually brand to that system. So you think you could just grab it and move somewhere else. It's not that easy. Man, I know I'm wrong with years now because time, I've been on OnPassive for 2 years. About 3 years ago, maybe a little more, I met Peter. We were in another business, whatever it was, but we worked it, and you know, we ran traffic, and I kept looking for something from some gurus for a magic wand, and I found out there isn't one. I'm just too stupid to figure it out that I went looking for something. They didn't have it. We all found out. We just paid them every month, and they didn't have anything to give us. They just didn't. So Peter and Red were a little smarter than Marty, Mike, and Dan, and they got out a little earlier than we did. But then I got back to Dan and Mike. I said, look, I'm not going to keep doing this. We drove 4,000 people to that last shindig, and it wouldn't convert. And the guy that runs it, well, I think he was deceptive to the other people because he's telling them, oh, that boy, and they got 5 people ran through the site. Well, if I can't get it with 44,000, you're not going to make it. He's not being honest. And I said, I'm going to bring people with us. What good is it to do okay and you can't bring anyone with you? So I said, I'm going to go look for something else. Well, obviously I didn't think it existed in here. But thank God I ran into Peter and I just said, what are you doing? What are you and Red doing? Because I'm nosy as crap, right? So I'm all over the internet. I'm watching. First thing you do is look for somebody you trust. Everybody does that. I'm not looking for a guru. They pissed me off for 8 years. I don't want to go to any one of those. I know them. But I went and Peter started telling me, and I said, wow, Peter's lost his mind. This is too good to be true. I can't believe. No, seriously. I mean, when you first hear OnPassive, you think it's too good to be true. I'm sorry. You just wait. They're going to market for you. They're going to build for you, and they guarantee your success. Yeah, give me some of the stuff you're smoking. You know what I mean? Because I thought it was great. I thought it could be done. I just didn't think anybody was crazy enough to do it. But when he told me there was something there, and I trusted Peter and I trusted Red. So I go back to Mike and Dan, which you guys should have videotaped that. Hey guys, I'm going through all this stuff. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But the key things I said, and they just looked at me and said, oh God, what's Marty got us into now, right? But they did it, and we all signed up, I think, right in the same day. And then to make a long story short, I said, look, let's hit this thing as hard as we can. We're not a market. Let's try to make a marketing system that works for this company. I want to meet the owner or the CEO. Only way to do that is make a splash or make them come to us. You're not gonna be able to chase them down. So we built OnPassive fairly quick. We made an OnPassive Nation. We just kept building it, making videos. Mike made videos twice a week, getting his 5 or 6 views a day. But that's the part of building this business. And Paul and Red and all you guys know that. You do stuff up front, but you don't see very much in the beginning. It's a lot of work. That's why when somebody says you're lucky, do you not want to punch them in the face? I mean, you want to choke somebody because there's no luck involved. None. You work yourself to death to try to figure out how to make it work. So we did it pretty heavily. And then this crazy guy called me on the phone one night. Yeah, this is asked before. I'm your friend. Sounds like R2D2, right? So I go, yeah, great. You know, we talked for a while, and I said, I found out more and more this guy's legit. He's too good to be true too. It makes sense. He's just like the company he's creating. And anyway, we got to meet him and do all the stuff, and then time went on. We were building and building. There were some people on OnPassive that I don't think cared that much for OnPassive Nation. I think they thought we were pillaging the village. But then I went back, you know, and he had asked me about, you know, building teams and will you do the webinar? Anyway, it's a long story. And I started picking, you know, like Red and all these guys that are in it. And because I thought we could make a difference the whole company wise a little bit, because some of the problems in different countries, they don't have what you guys have. You know what I mean? Like you got a tight group, Victor's with you guys, you educate people right in the beginning and they don't wander around like nomads. And it got better and better and better and bigger. And now, I mean, if you were on the webinar last night and you weren't just absolutely blown away, and I know the webinar was more directed to the Indians, trying to get them. I think there was I kept writing Ashton text that there's some kind of communication problem, or they're promising something they can't keep. I'm not putting them down. Everybody's done it, because I think there's really good leaders over there. But seriously, after all that yabber I just did, instead of saying, oh, it's better than this, but there is nothing on the internet like OnPassive. You can look, you can pretend there is, you can waste your money, you can jump around. But if you don't get on OnPassive for 90, the only problem with OnPassive, it's too cheap.
Yeah.
It's not enough money, because you can't talk unicorn and walk around like a jackass, right? I mean, $97 is a steal, even these bad times. And people need to jump on it like a fat rat in a cheese factory. You're not the potential, I'm not allowed to say it, but OnPassive is an apple producing machine, right? I mean, you're going to get apple pie, okay? you're going to fall in apples. If anybody that watches knows what I mean, but I mean, you can do very, very well for nothing. 97. So, yeah, I'm very excited. I talk with Red every day. I've known Peter forever. I would love to talk to Paul more, but he's got the worst internet than anybody in the planet. He's got more he's got more knowledge than anybody else, and the guy can't talk. If I was him, I'd have shot myself by now. You can see him talking. Sounds like he's talking in Morse code. But anyway, no, you guys got a great team.
No, he hasn't.
You're going to be huge. You're going to be huge. That's all I got, guys. I didn't mean to talk that much, but I drank a lot of coffee today, and I'm on keto. So
Thanks, Marty. Thank you.
Thanks, Marina.
Okay, we'll move on. We bring on Paul Angus. Paul want to open his mic and share his story. I think.
Yeah. Hi guys. You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Yeah. My internet's a little bit better these days, but wow, what a mad day it's been. I drove to work in the snow and it wasn't too bad. And I came home in the snow, and I was trained years ago with a bus company and a coach company to control skids and things like that. So I'm better than most. And my van is about a quarter of a mile away. I come off the road, couldn't get it out. So I'm going to get a tractor tomorrow morning. And that may affect me not being able to go to work tomorrow. And I don't think Linda's going to be able to go to work tomorrow. And there's lots of people like that. So something just like the weather could stop you earning money. That's the bad thing. But the good thing about OnPassive is it just keeps working regardless of the weather. It's absolutely nuts. And during the day, I kept flicking and seeing messages of people that went on the webinar last night when I wasn't on it because it was 3:30 in the morning. And there were so good messages. I thought, I can't wait to watch this this webinar tonight, which I will do after this. But it's brilliant to see everyone. I've got loads of people in my team on this call tonight, and it's great to have you all on here. And I just want to give you guys a message. You know, some of you I've known for 20 odd years, nearly 30 years, especially, Andy Borthwick and Tucker. And remember when Red first introduced this tonight? He was reading out everyone's name, and it was from all over the world, which is quite remarkable because this is a UK Zoom. This is a UK webinar, and yet they're from all over the world. I've actually got people in my business now in New Zealand and Australia. So in the future, while I'm sleeping, I'll be getting paid, which is crazy. But all you guys, instead of having like Red read out all the people coming on the meeting, you're going to be looking in your back office at dozens and hundreds of people from all over the world over the next few months. Now, I've spent the last nearly 40 years in network marketing and affiliate marketing, and I loved it. I had a good time. My first one was Amway, then I went into Herbalife, and those were what I call the good old days. I met Rich DeVos and Jay Van Andel, and I knew Mark Hughes, Larry Thompson, and Jim Rohn, who was my mentor, and I worked with them in Dallas, and they knew me. And nothing like that has happened since then. I've been with a few companies. I've had some six-figure incomes. It looked really good, and the company's just disappeared because I couldn't put enough people in to combat the people that were leaving because they weren't making enough money. But more significantly, I was just a number in those companies. Although I thought I was making great money, I wasn't really known. Nobody didn't really care whether I was there or not. And to me, it was like a job, because in a job, you're just a number. So these days, because of previous letdowns and things, lost a few 100,000, like a lot of other people, I had to go back in the job world. And over the last 4 years, I'm now earning 20% of what I used to make in my good times of network marketing. Think about that. You do really well, and you think, like Marty said, you think you're learning all this information, and it takes you 30 years to become an overnight success. And then when you are a success, the company pulls the rug and you're gone. And you end up going back into something that everyone says, oh, that's safe, go and get a job, it'll pay the bills. Yes, it does. But for 20% of what I used to make. So, I'm like Marty and Peter and Red and everyone else here. We don't quit. When we know there's a system out there and the system works, we've just got to find someone who's going to run the system a lot better, which is Ash Mufareh. And the way the world's changing, just think about food for a second. Look at all these shops, especially in the UK. How do they get you to buy loyalty, get you in there? You've got these club card points, and you've got different cards for this, this, and this. I mean, we were paying full price in Tesco's because we didn't have a Tesco's club card point, which seems crazy. The item was £1.75, but it's £1 if you've got a card. Well, I'd better be a member then. You know, and it makes more sense. Now we save £6-7 a week by doing that. And that's the way the business is going. Before, I had to keep selling all the time because my group was going smaller. So I had to keep selling, make more sales to keep my position in those other companies. And now I'm thinking, you know, this is a company that rewards you for being a member. You know, what a club card that we've got here. It's just out of this world. So what I'd like to do, because all of us, I might not better go to work tomorrow, but I'm hoping not to go to work soon. Give it a rest and just stay at home. But if my friend can unmute his mic, I would love to introduce, yeah, talking about Mike, I've got my nephew on it. I've got family and friends on here, and I'm excited about that. But I'd like to introduce my friend Graham Davison, who I call Tucker. And during the week, he has a different home. So tonight, he's going to talk to you from his second home. And he may not have video, but he's just messaged me and said he's got audio. But I'd like you to hear from someone else who's a professional driver. This guy earns good money. He's good at what he does, but he's seeing the job world and the world change. So if you're able to come on, Graham Davison, my friend Tucker of 25 plus years, if you can unmute your mic, are you able to do that for him, Pete?
I've actually let him in as a panelist now, so.
Right. Come on, Tucker, let's hear from you. You see why this company is so special. It attracts all the right people. I've never been with a company like it. Talking of Ash Muthara and My Internet, Ash in the past, you know, has mentioned about some of the videos I've made. Oh, I love your videos. You're in the woods. I thought, really? The CEO is watching my videos? And now on some of the webinars, he comes on and takes the mickey out of My Internet. I mean, you don't get that in a company, do you? Where the CEO comes and takes the mickey out of you. Yeah, what, he knows who I am, you know, and I've only been in this a year, so there's good things coming for everyone. Go on, Graham.
Well, gentlemen, I don't know whether you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Why, aye, man.
Oh, good evening, Andrew. Good evening, Paul, Red. I feel like I'm in a house of friends tonight. Actually, if I can just paint a small picture, I travel around the country Monday to Friday in a rather large car transporter vehicle, and I deliver high-end cars to dealerships all over the UK. But I don't want to be in this truck anymore, boys. And sorry if there's any ladies present tonight. I don't want to be in this truck any longer than I have to be. I've done it for some years. And Paul kindly introduced this business to me some time ago. Paul and I, Andrew Borthwick, there's a number of other friends and people who have joined my business since the introduction. And Paul and I have known each other for a long time. I can't paint a picture tonight, unfortunately. I dashed out the house this morning. I'm on the road, I'm down in the Midlands. We've had a bit of a traumatic day with traffic and accidents and the usual thing that I put up with every day. But I feel like I'm talking to friends, although if I need to paint a picture, I look a bit like Red, but I'm a smaller. I look a bit like Neil, and we're a bit more challenged in the hair department. But as Paul will probably testify, over the years and our life to this point, in fact, you know, our life to this point, if I was a good red wine, I probably would have turned to port by now. But one thing I must say is that, you know, to have 500,000 people in this business is just absolutely incredible. When I first looked at this business, and it did take a little bit of time because I'm a busy guy, although I work away from home Monday to Friday, Paul will testify. And I guess that's the reason he calls me Tucker. Tucker was a character from a Northeast. For those the American persuasion here tonight, Tucker was a character from a Northeast program that was highly entertaining and very popular some years ago. But Tucker was a little guy that was into everything, and he tried this, and that's Paul and I. That's Paul and that's Andrew Borthwick. And all of you gentlemen here tonight. I don't see any ladies on my screen. Sorry, I can't join you on the screen thing. I dashed out the house this morning without the tech. which is sometimes difficult to do when you're in a truck. But I love it. I love it. I mean, I'll be honest with you, gentlemen. The reason I joined this business in the first place was being a little bit pragmatic, like I am. I've got a number of little businesses that I run outside of my main occupation, but it's difficult to drive traffic to businesses. It's difficult to promote businesses. It takes time. It takes energy. It takes endless hours in front of these computers. The reason I joined OnPassive, and I now absolutely love it, and Paul will testify, I'm a little marketing walking machine. I meet somebody on the way to the corner shop on Sunday, as an example, for the Sunday paper, and he's my best friend. But I'll tell you what, he's going to know all about OnPassive. I just love it, and that's just kind of the way I tick. I see opportunity, I see things, I just get involved. And thank you, Paul. And it's refreshing to be in front of people like you tonight, because you have that dream, you have that capacity to look at things, and we've all looked at a lot of things, obviously that haven't been terribly successful. But this excites me so much because I see it. Paul, you can remember fairly recently, another good friend of ours that's involved in this. He was quite a clever guy with technology and all the rest of it, who's been training, teaching for 25, 30 years. He's quite clever with the old tech. And you did a very simple video that promoted the OnPassive concept. I think you did it on a Saturday morning or something, some weeks ago. But OnPassive, however it was achieved in the big mix, drove traffic to that video. And, we know the business has the capacity to do this. And within a day or so, it had 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 hits. I can't remember, but it was a lot. And it's a powerful concept. But the bigger concept for me, apart from, like an individual business owner, and this was what drew me to the concept in the first place, an individual business owner that has the ability through IA technology, the technical prowess, etc., to drive traffic to a business, that's extremely powerful, because in this day and age, we live in a world of multimedia. We live in a world that is driven, obviously, by artificial intelligence, and we get all the adverts every day after looking at something on the phone or the internet, and we all live on this stuff. But this business couldn't be living in a better place in any environment ever. I mean, let's not dwell on the current COVID situation and everything else. And a lot of people are getting a little bit negative about the general current situation, and it's upsetting. It's the very one that I've just mentioned, my friend Eric, who's a member of this now also, and sees the powerful direction that this is all going in, understands the concept and how powerful it is, because people are losing jobs, they're losing their businesses. It sometimes makes me think, well, here's a fantastic opportunity, and that's life, I guess. I understand. People have been scammed. We've all been in businesses over the years that have not gone terribly well. And by the way, Victor, if you're the Victor that I know about that introduced so many thousands of people to this, you command a big thumbs up tonight, sir. Are you Victor that introduced lots and lots of people to this? I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. And that is just one incredible achievement. But I think Paul, in the gist of the conversation tonight, was, Graham, please come on. Sorry, I can't join you in person video-wise. But I get around the country in my current job, and fortunately I've still got one. You know, it's a strange world we're living in now, but you know, everybody now is living at home, or a lot of people are working from home. They're living on computers. Teachers, trainers, the hotel and hospitality industry, they're all working from home. It's not a good time, but it's a good time for OnPassive. It's an absolutely fantastic time for OnPassive, and I absolutely love it. You know, the fact that a company like this, who was prepared to share profits with members, and it's incredible, 500,000 members tonight, 200 countries. I've never seen anything like it. And Paul, and you can testify, we've done a lot of stuff over the years, and it's absolutely incredible. Paul wanted to mention one thing, or he asked me to mention one thing tonight. In my capacity and in my occupation, as I drive around the big UK, well, the small UK, as far as the Americans are concerned, I'm seeing a lot of what's going on out there and how this current equation is affecting the general economy and general business, which is very upsetting. And it's upsetting for a lot of friends of mine and, you know, colleagues, because they're seeing their businesses seriously being decimated by this current equation. They need an avenue to direct their intellectual, technical expertise or whatever. And I know it's not about that. It's about, you know, anybody can do this. Anybody, whether you've got a corner shop, whether you've got a hairdressers, that comes back to driving traffic to a business. But the big picture is just absolutely incredible, because sharing profits with a company that is promoting IT products through and driven by artificial intelligence, and products driven by, well, helped certainly by this current equation that everybody is using. Everybody's using it. I have a little thing, a daft little thing that I do, and it's a weird situation, because the world that we live in now, the only way you can talk to your friends is through a computer like this. I talk to a lot of people on computers. I couldn't imagine the situation that we're in now, you know, a year ago or 2 months ago, or, well, a year ago or whatever. But I'm seeing what's going on at the moment. Driving around the country, I'm seeing closed businesses. I'm seeing companies closed down. I'm seeing a massive escalation exponentially in the likes of Amazon. And when I travel around the country, well, there's a new factory. Oh, it's Amazon. Oh, there's a new factory. It's Amazon. This is the world we're bringing. Well, this is the world we're living in now. So a company like this, the concept, the technical IT ability, be it driving traffic to your business or just building, and this is the big equation, building a business for you and I and everybody here tonight, I just find it rather exciting. But it's an exciting evening. It's, although I'm not in presence as far as camera, although I'm a good looking fella like Neil and Big Red. Thank you for letting me do my little two tuppence worth.
That's okay. That's great. Thank you very much. Thanks for that, letting us know, obviously, a bit about yourself and your background. I'm going to pass it back to Red now. And is there any more questions and answers, or?
No, that's I haven't got anything else now at all. And Tucker, thanks very much for that, mate. It's very nice to hear your story, and hopefully we'll all meet up for a beer and we can take some quality photographs if you're on a box.
Yeah.
There's a few ladies on, isn't there? Is there any ladies that would like to say a few things? Women work harder than we do.
She just spoke.
Okay, is there any ladies that'd like to unmute themselves and say hello and say a few words?
I'm going to have to slide off in a minute anyway, Pete.
Yeah, I know you've got that next meeting. I know. Okay, we'll end it now, and thanks for joining us. Thanks, Red, for the presentation. This will be obviously recorded, and I will be putting it back onto the groups later tonight. And if there's, if you've got any questions, if you come along, and obviously it's the first time you've seen this presentation, get back to the person who's invited you to look at this, and they'll give you more information. That's it. I think we're finished. Okay.
Great. Thanks.
Everybody. Thanks for your
Cheers,
joining
guys.
us.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
You're welcome.
Guys.
Bye.